What's happening, guys? So, match preview for Super Sunday fixture at home at the Emirates Stadium. Arsenal versus Brighton Hove Albion. 2 o'clock kickoff. Match preview. Let's get it. So, it's one of those where we're playing a bogey team, a team that makes this their second home. I think the last time we beat them, there was no fans there. Yeah, so make of that what you will. The thing is, the likeliness of us beating them at their ground, we'll do it kind of thing. I mean, we won there last season, which for me, it is up there with one of the most impressive wins of the season. Going there and scoring 4, winning the game. But no, this game's a bit different. We're now coming off the back of a 1-0 defeat to Aston Villa, which is goofy, right? And Brighton, I think they won. I think they won in the Europa League or Europa Conference, whichever one they're in. I can't remember which one they're in now. And obviously we drew against PSV the other night with our soon-to-be FA Cup team. So yeah, anyways, let's read into this, the match preview of the Super Sunday, right? With both clubs safely through to the knockout stages of their respective European competitions, Arsenal welcome Brighton to the Emirates Stadium, with both looking to close in on their Premier League goals. The Gunners will knocked off the summit following the 1-0 defeat to Aston Villa at the weekend. Last weekend. And after being held to a draw by PSV in midweek, Mikel Arteta's men could endure a 3-match winless run for the first time since April. Oh yeah, April, when we bottled the league. You know what I mean? When we bottled the league.
Emotional damage.
The Spaniard would be grateful to have the home crowd behind his players, as Arsenal have won 6 straight matches at the Emirates. The last time they were beaten on their own turf was by Brighton in May, a 3-0 loss, which, yeah, more than assured that we were going to win the league.
Emotional damage.
While the Gunners have lost more head-to-heads in the Premier League than they've won 4, drawn 3, lost 5, making this a tough fixture as any for Mikel Arteta's Chargers. That's perhaps best demonstrated by Brighton winning each of their last 3 visits to the Emirates Stadium. I just want you to just put that into perspective. They won the last 3 at the Emirates Stadium. You know what I mean? Brighton. This is a club that I don't even think they've won a major trophy. I don't think they've ever won the EFL Cup. I don't think they've ever won the FA Cup. They haven't won the league before. You know what I mean? And we're letting a club like that come to this ground and dispatch us. You know what I mean? These man better not fumble. These man better not fumble at Brighton when they come here. They better not. Winning the last 3 visits to the Emirates, scoring 8 goals in the process. Jesus Christ. Their resounding 3-0 success in May all but ended Arsenal's title tilt, while it was also the last time the Seagulls kept a Premier League clean sheet. So the last time they kept a clean sheet was when they smoked us 3-0 at this ground. Nah, that is smiles, man. With all 20 of their subsequent fixtures seeing both sides on the score sheet. So Brighton don't have the best of defence, but they had a good defence against us. Jeez, and they beat us twice in a Premier at the Emirates Stadium last season in all competitions. With their continental distractions out of the way for now, head coach Robert De Zerbi will be keen for his side to rediscover their domestic mojo. Brighton start round 7 points adrift of the top 4, having just won one of their last 5 Premier League away matches, drawn 1 and lost 3. A subsequent that's seen them concede 14 goals. So are we really gonna fumble fumble the bag against these man? You know what I mean? Going by this, these man are shocking. But how bad does that make us look? The fact that Brighton have won their last 3 games at the Emirates Stadium. You know what I mean? So that's that. Obviously, I don't get onto the players to watch kind of thing. So head to head, our last 5 matches. So you know how it goes. The last 5 matches of Arsenal, the last 5 matches of Brighton, and then the last 5 fixtures against one another head to head, right? So this is how it goes. Arsenal have won. We've won 3 of our last 5 games in all competitions. Starting with, we beat Lons 6-0. We smoked them 6-0. Beat Wolves 2-1. Check out the vlog. Watch my match day vlog. It's on the channel. Arsenal versus Wolves. Check it out. You know, it's there. Narrowly beaten Luton 4-3 at Luton. And then we lost at Aston Villa 1-0. And then we drew at PSV 1-1, which was our last game. Now, Brighton's last 5 games, they have the same record as us in terms of the 1-3, lost 1, drawn 1 for the last 5. Starting with, they beat that Athens team 1-0 at their ground. Lost at Chelsea 3-2. Beat Brentford 2-1. Sorry. Drew against Burnley at home 1-1, and they beat Marseille in Europa League. It's gone. So let's look at the head-to-head between Arsenal and Brighton. So we'll go from the last result and going backwards, right? So the last time we played them, we lost 3-0 at the Emirates Stadium, right, against Brighton. Before that, we beat them 4-2 at their ground. Before that, we lost 3-1 in the EFL Cup last season at the Emirates Stadium. Before that, Brighton beat us 2-1 at the Emirates Stadium. And before that, we drew 0-0 at Brighton. That was the last 5 games. Let's look at the last time we won at the Emirates Stadium against Brighton, which was 2021, and it was a 2-0 win. There was about 10,000 people in the stadium at that time. And Pepe scored both goals. Nicolas Pepe, you know, the one who we terminated his contract because we didn't deem him good enough because output though, but we kept sending it to. Yeah. You know, that. Standings. As it stands, we are second in the table, a point behind Liverpool, who play Manchester United on Sunday. You know, 4:30 kickoff, and I mean, we all expect a one-sided pounding, but you never know. Brighton sit 8th in the table. A win for them would take them up to 6th in the table. I don't know who Newcastle are playing because they're level on points with Brighton at the moment. So if Brighton were to win, they would go 6th in the table, a point behind Tottenham. And a win for us would take us 2 points ahead of Liverpool, and it would take us top until Liverpool go back to top after they've played Man United. Because, I mean, who expects Man United to do anything, really? But you never know. So, yeah. So that's that. Now let me go into my monologue of this, right? I don't want to see a shambolic performance from us, right? I don't want to see none of this goofiness, none of this down tools in. I don't want to see none of that. What I want to be seeing, right, is I want to be seeing what we saw last season of Arsenal when we were playing at home, especially, right? That's what I want to see. I want to see us do what we did to Lons, basically. What we did to Lons and PSV, how we played that game. You know what I mean? Because let's face it, our front three have been shocking recently. You know what I mean? Yeah, Jesus got goal against Luton and all that stuff. Martinelli's output has been shocking, right? He's no better than Saint Maximin. You know what I mean? Can get the ball down, right? But when it comes to putting the ball in the box and output, Martinelli has been shocking, right? And it needs calling out. Saka hasn't been brilliant. I mean, the other night against PSV, he was going to come on, but he felt a little discomfort while warming up. So he went down the tunnel and you know, so we don't know. Let me just check actually the summary. It was tell me who's playing and who's not. So will not play for Arsenal. El Nene, thigh injury. Partey, muscle injury. Timber, knee injury. Tomiyasu, calf injury. Vieira, groin injury. And questionable is Martinelli with illness. Right? So if Martinelli didn't play, I'd expect to see the likes of Reece Nelson actually get his turn, because he was probably our best player the other night, in all fairness, against PSV. So he's possibly knocking down the door on getting his chance, and hopefully, should he get his chance this weekend, I'm hoping that, you know, he delivers. You know what I mean? But Saka hasn't been the best this season, but his output has still been relatively the same as last season in terms of we're getting something out of him. You know what I mean? Assist or goal or whatever. Performance still needs to improve though. You know what I mean? Jesus is hit and miss. You know what I mean? Jesus is hit and miss. Nketiah scored overnight. Well done, but I mean, just doing that. When it comes to these games, well, okay, we lost against Aston Villa, but when it comes to games like that, this is when we need you as well. You know what I mean? Now, I expect David Raya to be back in goal. That's a given. Right back. Cedric didn't play too bad overnight, in all fairness, but he's not going to be starting this game. You know what I mean? He is, you know, I mean, Cedric may have played all right overnight, but there's no way Jose Enrique is Cedric getting ahead of Ben White in the Premier League. It's just not going to happen. You know what I mean? He's going to have to show us a little bit more before he gets that chance. You know what I mean? He's going to have to show a bit more. Saliba and Gabriel. Saliba, you know, didn't play. He made a good tackle the other night. Actually, in all fairness, he made a good interception. I just hope that this isn't a shaky patch for Saliba, because we don't need it right now. We don't need that right now. Same with Gabriel, but I expect them two to be starting anyway. And that left back, I expect it to be Zinchenko. I don't think Kiwior. Well, I don't think we'll see Kiwior until the Liverpool FA Cup game next year. In terms of Stein, that is. So, yeah, in terms of midfield, I can imagine it's going to be Rice, Odegaard, and Kai Havertz again. Me, really and truly, I said before, if Kai Havertz is going to start, I'd rather him start up front, but I wouldn't start him over Jesus. So, you know, but I just think that you could have a better midfielder than him, right, in the position he plays in midfield, and if you have him further forward, you know what I mean? But we'll have to see. But I can imagine Havertz starting in midfield with Rice and Jorginho. Rice and Havertz. Rice and Odegaard, sorry. And then the front three, Martinelli is questionable, so I'll just go with Nelson, Jesus, and Saka. But then again, Nelson doesn't get ahead of Trossard, in all fairness. So if anything, it'll be Trossard that will. But he's been shocking recently. I would personally play Nelson. ahead of Trossard in this game. Now, I personally start Nelson ahead of Trossard. Trossard has been shocking recently. You know what I mean? Let him come on and earn his stripes. You know what I mean? Because he hasn't been that good recently. You know what I mean? He has not been that good.
Oh, hell no!
But yeah. Arteta is going to be on the touchline. He's avoided any lengthy ban because Joe Willock actually came out and said to some of the Arsenal players that the ball did actually go out of play when Newcastle scored the winning goal against us. So that's made Arteta avoid any further punishment. So credit to Joe Willock. I personally didn't think it went out of play. I thought that at least the minuscule of the ball was still on the white line. But Joe Willock was the one that kept the ball in, so to speak. So obviously he'll know more than us. But yeah, did I even give my? Oh yeah, my match prediction for the back goals prediction. I'm going with 2-1 Arsenal. I'm being positive. Surely we are not going to lose again at home to these man. You know what I mean? Surely we're not. Surely not. We are not going to lose at home to these man. Jesus Christ, surely not. But we'll have to see. We will have to see. Anyways, guys, that's it for this match preview. Stay tuned for the match reaction. And yeah, I won't be doing a watch along for this game. I'll be watching it in a bar. So yeah, stay tuned for the match reaction and any other videos I might do beforehand, which I doubt I'll be doing any more videos before the match reaction of this game. But yeah, I'm going for a 2-1 Arsenal win. If I'm going to predict any goal scorers, I'll say Kai Havertz will get one of the goals. Because when you look at it, he put the ball on the back of the net against Aston Villa and he was ruled out for handball. But before that, he scored in his previous 3. You know what I mean? So he would have had 4 consecutive goals had that goal stood going into this game. You know what I mean? So if Kai Havertz gets on the score sheet in this game, then we have to look at that and say, you know what? He is on like really on form, like legit on form. You know what I mean? But anyways, like the video, share the video, comment, subscribe to the channel, follow all the socials, links are in the description below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.